What's going on, everybody? I'm gonna play some Kill Confirmed here for my second upload. My first being just a 50 or 60 second clip, just with me, messing around with the upload. I think a majority of this time, or if not all, the entire time, I'm gonna be using the STG-44. It's a fun gun to use in this game. I'm using it a lot lately, especially because it took me a very long time to acquire any of the retro guns. The M16, the MP40, the STG, the 1911. So now that I have one, I'm gonna make the most of it because shit, it's a good gun. It's pretty fun. It's pretty sweet to use. It's pretty versatile too. Right off the bat, I think I'm gonna run left here. The thing about this map that gets me is I hate the concentration of combat in that little central square corridor type of deal. That being said, a lot of maps are like that. They funnel you in. They try to get you to, get close to each other, fight each other. It's not the end of the world, but, overall, it can be very, very frustrating, especially in domination or an objective-based game mode such as Kill Confirmed that I'm playing now, where you have lots of people running in there trying to get the tags. You have people setting up kill streaks in there. It can just be, it can be a poop bar, for lack of a better term. But that being said, the STG has treated me very well. I noticed that you can run it almost like the Peacekeeper from Black Ops 2. If any of you are long-time Call of Duty players, the Peacekeeper was introduced as a DLC weapon that was kind of like a submachine gun assault rifle hybrid. Quick and mobile, great handling, but it would also kick down some powerful shots. That would help alleviate enemies at a further distance than most subs. I think the STG is pretty comparable to that. It is listed as an assault rifle, which in real life it was. It's STG-44, designated for Nazi Germany. And sweet gun. I think it was definitely the coolest of all the options. For me, don't get me wrong, the MP40 is pretty cool. Both of them are from World at War, which I was a huge fan of. I thought that was one of the best Call of Duties ever made. Believe it or not, you can still play it in some lobbies that aren't hacked. So what I'm going to try to do is, for one of my next videos, sometime soon, is get a capture card for my 360, because right now I'm running the Upload Studio software on my Xbox One. It's easy. I'm really enjoying the user interface. It's easy to edit and easy to save your videos and share them with your buddies. And YouTube, if you're somebody like myself trying to broadcast to a wider audience. And it's free. It's easy to use. I suggest anybody that doesn't use the Upload on an Xbox One, you're really missing out. It's great. It's good for anything. You can set your automatic clips from 30 seconds to 2 minutes, and you can upload with the DVR upwards of 5 minutes at a time. So that's what I've been doing for these videos, is just uploading a couple segments at a time and stacking them on top of each other, where I got, little clips. I'm not necessarily crazy good at this game. I don't wreck anybody for the most part, but it's fun. My main thing is I'm about numbers and statistics, so I like to talk weapons and maps and all that type of stuff. That's what I'm interested in. And the STG, man, I was getting messed up by this thing before I got one. And don't get me wrong, I knew that I was gonna, because going back to World at War, it was one of the most, if not the most dominant gun in its class. There was nothing you could do unless you had a sniper or something to take people out at the same distance, that they're going to take you out from with the STG. But, that being said, the thing about Advanced Warfare is anybody can play as anything. You know, you can take an MG and make you able to run around as fast as having a sub in some cases, and even to extreme cases, put lightweight and all that good stuff on a sub or a shotgun, and you become like a freaking ninja. So there's lots of options to play in this game. I guess it's good that they have lots of options for various demographics. I almost said ethnographics, but I don't even think that's a word. But different demographics, you know, different people like to play different shit. But yeah, it's cool, man.
Kill confirmed.
Okay, here we are on Detroit. This map really gets on my freaking nerves. I'll tell you one thing that I hate about this map. The map-based kill streak, which I think is the tram gunner, they call it. It's like a turret, basically. Man, that thing is horrible. I don't know whose idea it was at the studio to say, hey, let's put a frickin' turret on train tracks and hang up in the air and see if people can kill people with it. Because, man, it is pretty crappy. You know, I'm not really about bashing Call of Duty. A lot of people bash this game, and I don't blame them. You know, you know, you could label it as, oh, they sold out, or oh, it's a corporate game, blah blah blah. Yeah, it is a corporate game, and the bottom line is it's probably the most successful video game ever, other than the Halo franchise or like Super Mario or something. So I mean, you can't really hate on the game when there's millions and millions of people that play it. You know, you can go on to your 360 and play CoD 4 or World at War or MW2 and jump in a lobby in 30 seconds. You know, it's pretty amazing that people are still playing these games that faithfully. And I think it shows a lot about the Call of Duty franchise and where it's come from. You know, people don't want to just have it end. You know, people expect that they unveil a new game every June and that it comes out every November. I think that with Ghosts and Advanced Warfare, the ball may have been dropped a tiny bit, especially with trying to follow up on Black Ops 2 and the futuristic thing. You know, personally, I think they should go back in time. I want to see another Vietnam era like Black Ops 2, or another World War II era like World at War. You know, it would be awesome. I think that's what the true fan base of Call of Duty, that's what we're really about. You know, the true, gritty, bloody, people getting blown apart Call of Duty. That's the real thing, you know? And a lot of us miss that. There's something about Advanced Warfare that really misses that for me. And I think it's because it's just so, everything's robotic, you know? It's almost like you're shooting an enemy robot because they're so quick with their exo and stuff. It's not really like, it's not as personal almost. You know, it sounds silly because it's not real life. It's not supposed to be personal, but at the same time, you know, playing World at War or Black Ops, for example, you can run up into the bunker with just a sidearm and take out a couple guys and knife somebody and throw a grenade and get a kill. But in this game, it's like if there's a couple people shooting you at once, you're basically dead, man. It's fair and unfair, I suppose. It's fair with regard to the damage. You know, everyone. It's realistic. I can't say that it's not realistic. You get hit a couple times and you drop, and I really like that about Call of Duty. It's always been like that. You know, people always say, "Oh, it's not realistic. You get shot 8 times and you don't die." Blah blah blah. You know, that's malarkey, because everybody dies in this game, even the best. You know, I've had buddies that play MLG and they die. You know, it's impossible to play the entire time without dying. But you know, that being said, I understand where people get their hatred for this franchise from, especially with its lack of realistic physics. That's something that's not realistic. Shooting through objects, blowing buildings up, blowing the cars up. The bullets aren't realistic, they don't drop off, all this mumbo jumbo. But hey, it's not Battlefield, and no game is perfect. Overall, Call of Duty for me is the most playable video game I've ever played. regardless of which sub-discipline of the game you want to say, you know, Black Ops, Modern Warfare, whatever, what have you. I think it's the most playable video game franchise ever. The only other one that comes close to me is maybe the Gears of War franchise, and that's only speaking of a third-person game. But in terms of first-person, the only thing that I play other than Call of Duty is, you know, Destiny a little bit, Battlefield, but basically Call of Duty. When I want to shoot enemies in the face that are controlled by smart people, I play CoD, and I think something that says something about the franchise. The fan loyalty is there, and I would really love to see the creators and the producers embrace that more and reach out to the fan base more and actually ask for their feedback. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.